Hey guys, it's Impacts here, and today I'm bringing you a brand new video on my camera settings and controller settings. There's a lot of people made these videos at the start of the year, but there's been a lot of meta changes and a lot of changes to people's camera settings and controller settings. So I'm just going to run through mine to try and help some of you guys out. And just, mine aren't perfect, like I will explain in this video that some settings, some people may prefer other things to what I use, but I'm going to explain that when I get to it. I'm just going to explain to you what you have to use, what settings that are debatable. You know, you could have one on, you could have one off, you know, so like be a different setting. So I'm just gonna run through them. If you liked the video and this helps you out, I'd appreciate it if you dropped a like and subscribe to the channel. There will be more videos coming out. I know I haven't uploaded a lot recently, but I'm gonna really try and get in the swing of things. So I'd appreciate if you guys got a like and subbed and commented. Like, I need some video ideas, so comment down below what videos you'd like to see me do, whether that be opening rewards, playing games, or anything really, just anything. I appreciate if you guys drop the comment. But first one, Thief Trainer, and this doesn't matter to be fair, like this doesn't show up anyway. Like, I don't care, that doesn't matter. Anyway, time finishing. I just have it on. I don't know why I have it on because I never use it, but I just have it on the off case that I do like do a green time finesse from miles out or whatever. But if you have this off, you can still green time like free kicks and penalties, which is the only time I use it. So turn it off if you want to just spam shoot, like when you're in the box or whatever. Like if it's an open goal, like if you're scared you're gonna red time when like you're just in the box and it's a tap in, then just turn it off. I had it on, but it doesn't really matter. Now this, I have it on so that I can see that basically what this does is when you press LB, your player switch button, I think it's L1 on it, on PlayStation or whatever, I'm not sure, but the button you press to switch player, it basically has a little icon on top of like the next player it's going to switch to for you. Some people find it confusing, but like I have it on just so I know who I'm going to switch to. Fast block assistance. On this game, you know how OP the AI blocks are, you know it, like it's so hard to get through defenses. Have this on because it will help. You'll get some like AI blocks for passes that you won't get otherwise, like, so it really helps you defend. Sometimes this does screw you over in games, like if your defender like does a random lunge to try and intercept the ball and just misses it. But yeah, no, I have this on. I'd recommend you guys do. Right, I have this on air balls and loose balls because I don't want it to auto switch like every time the game feels like it. And I don't want no auto switching, but sometimes for corners, like your guy's jumping up for the header and it auto switches like perfectly to him for you. Also over the tops as well, it auto switches for you. This is just the optimum setting. Now this is a bit of an interesting one because auto switching moves system. Basically, what this does is when you're running back and you switch to a player, if you're running back for example, right, and you switch player. If you have it on low, medium, or low or high, it will keep running that way for a little bit of time. So for example, if you're running back with Varane, for example, and you switch to your defender, it will make him run that way for a limited amount of time. This could be good to have on low. I'd have it on low or none. I have it on none just because I feel like I'm quick enough to move the stick where I want to. I don't want any. I don't want it to feel like I have any input delay at all. I want full control over my players. But this can be good if you're like running to make a tackle and you switch to someone else who's running that way. Like it can be useful, but I just have it on none. Now I have jockey on assisted. I think I've tried manual before and I just haven't got on with it. I think with assisted it's sort of like, it feels like your player mirrors the attacker a bit more when you're defending, like when you're jockeying, so I have that on. It just feels a little bit easier to defend with. I have this on, no real reason, just I like my flare passes. Auto clearances, this never happens really, but occasionally it does and you want it to happen. Same with auto shots really, just have it on because it barely happens, but if you're 2 yards out and your player auto shoots, it'll go in. Now player lock, this is good to have on, just for that extra bit of danger, like in the attack, like something different, you know, you can do a little player run. I use them quite a bit, especially when I'm down the line and I'm looking for a cutback. you can switch to a player in the box, like run him manually back, and then you can switch back to the ball receiver by pressing both sticks again, and it can throw off your opponents like really well. So yeah. Anyway, this is the biggest one. This is the biggest, most like controversial setting, right? I have it off. Basically, what this does is when you're dribbling, like just with your left stick, it'll do some little RB touches for you. You know, when you hold RB and you do the agile dribbling, it'll do some little touches for you, which can be really, really useful. So mess around with both of these. A lot of people are using this on. So I have it off, but a lot of people love this and have it on. This shouldn't really be in the game, in my opinion, but that's the topic for another day, right? I have it off just so I like the normal dribbling in this game. I don't really like the agile dribbling, and if I want to use it, I'll just hold RB. But try both. Like on is really OP. So yeah, assisted headers, they're manual in online games anyway, so it don't matter if you got this on or off really. Have this on player relative. I don't see anyone using ball relative because it's awful, right? It will just be really confusing when you're defending. You want to use your player as a central point to switch from. So have that on player relative. Ground pass distance assisted. All of these you want as assisted just because you want... I think these are the defaults apart from through balls. Wait, is that through ball assistance? I think this is on semi to start with. But assisted through balls are overpowered in this game. Through balls like are too strong in this game. Switch it to assisted. If any of these are on like semi or anything, to switch to assisted. This game's really... The game's AI really assists you, so you want to take advantage of that. Analog sprint. See, this is another interesting one. Like, a lot of people have this off or on as well. I think. I think this is like a little, like a split one. Basically, what it does is, like it says there, it allows you to control how fast you sprint. So if you're holding down RT a little bit, it will run slower for you. But the reason I have it off, my thinking behind it, is because when I press RT to sprint, I want it to sprint straight away. I don't want it to take its time. I want that sudden burst of direction change, you know. I think it helps me in these games because if you've got it on, it may take your player a little while to turn and get going sort of thing. So yeah. Tactical defending, have it on tactical. You can't use legacy on an online game, so just have it on tactical. And I have this on late because in bad gameplay, if you want to switch where you're going to pass it, or if you see like a fullback overlapping like really late on, you can easily switch where it's going to go. And if it's on early, you pass to the player's feet, you can't change where you want to go, like mid-animation. So I'd have this on late as well. So that's all the controller settings. Hopefully you guys learn a couple things about these, because your controller settings can make you get a few more wins and champs. Like, if you have some really strange ones on, it can really hinder your game. Like, every time I have that agile dribbling on, I don't like it. I hate it. Now, let's go to the camera. I'll tell you mine's tele-broadcast, 20 height, 0 zoom. That's just because I'm a really dribble-orientated player. I like my 1v1 situation. I like turning quickly. I like making the opportunity. Now, co-op is very good if you want a slow build-up sort of style, a passing style, a through ball style. Because you can see the whole pitch. This is really strong co-op. So, the camera angles I'd recommend is tele-broadcast if you want to dribble around. Co-op if you want to see the whole pitch, if you want a more slow build-up sort of style. And if you want to see you through balling in behind, you want to see all the runs your attackers make, but also the runs your opponent's attackers makes as well. It's a lot easier to defend on co-op, in my opinion. And also one other one that people are using. I think it's either classic or dynamic, but I think the two to go to are tele-broadcast and co-op, in my opinion. And if you're using tele-broadcast, 20 height 0 zoom just gives me that little bit more height that I need. And on co-op, I think 1010 is pretty good on co-op. So yeah, I'd recommend trying both and seeing what you guys prefer. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I appreciate it if any of you guys got this far in the video, because obviously it is a bit of a long video, but it is a helpful one as well. So if you guys did find this helpful, I'd appreciate if you dropped a like. Remember the comments about future videos, what you guys want to see, and also drop a like so that I know to make more videos like this in the future. And I'll speak to you guys in the next one.